And good afternoon, and welcome to the Folletti Ice Arena, where this afternoon, Section 5 hockey here on Varsity Media Sports Network, as the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, unbeaten 3-0 on the season, against the Western Finger Lakes Panthers, who come in at 1 win and 2 losses. Again, good afternoon. Bob Brown with the call for you. Again, on the Varsity Media Sports Network, as we're just about ready to go. A Notre Dame team that comes into this game, again, with 3 straight wins, beating Aquinas here on Tuesday night, 7-3. Then a win Thursday over Geneseo Avon Livonia by a 12-4 score, and a thrilling victory late yesterday afternoon over Canandaigua, 7-6. So that's 26 goals for this Fighting Irish team in the first 3 games. 12 for 22 on the power play. They've especially been lethal in that area, as in chalking up these first 3 wins of the season. So I was talking to the coaching staff, Mark Staley, now in his 14th season, a little bit about this game. This is the 4th game in 6 days for the Fighting Irish. For the Panthers, it's the 4th game in 5 days. So, and this coming on a season, of course, the boys didn't get to play with club teams, so they've kind of, after almost a year off, for some of these players, got thrown right into it. And a lot of hockey being played. Actually, Notre Dame will play 13 games in 28 days in this abbreviated season. And again, you can see how that will work out. Players now will get ready for our national anthem. And both teams will head to their respective benches. Also had a quick word with Aaron Punt, second-year head coach for the Panthers. He's had a long-time hockey coach, been coaching about 30 years. Second year heading up this Western Finger Lakes Panther program, which comprises more schools than I thought. Actually, 7 schools make up the WFL Panthers. Geneva, of course, Romulus, South Seneca, Minders Academy, Bloomfield, Lions, and Palmyra Macedon, all part of the Western Finger Lakes team. They will start Lucas Hooker in goal. He started all 4 games for the Panthers. For Notre Dame Batavia, starting in goal will be Frankie Folletti, freshman, 4.60 goals against average, 7.84 save percentage in the early going here. Then we mentioned Notre Dame scoring 26. They have given up 13 goals to this point, but definitely outscoring the opposition off to this 3-0 start. Notre Dame will start with the line of Cooper Hamilton at center, with DeRizio and Hoffmaster as wingers. Krolchek and Hudson, the number 1 D pair, on there for Notre Dame. The Irish win the draw. Back to Hudson, over to Krolchek. He'll get it up the ice, up to Hoffmaster. Hoffmaster gains the blue line, coming in. Pass over to his right to DeRizio, and Derizio's shot looked like Hooker might have got a piece of it, coming in on the right wing. Panthers will rebound and break out. Pass up to center is tipped ahead, coming into the Notre Dame zone. A shot just wide of the net, taken by Carson Zujak as they fight for it along the far boards, and it's finally DeRizio starting away. He's bumped off the puck, and it was taken over by the Panthers. And over the blue line comes a defenseman. He is stripped of the puck, too. That's Brady Zujak. You got a couple of Zujaks in this game, and now the Panthers will recover in their own end. Big hit along the boards as Notre Dame makes the change. Pops free, and we might have an early penalty here. There was a collision and a tripping call. Collision along the right wing boards down in the Panthers' end. And it looks like we've got a tripping call going against Notre Dame. So the first power play of the game, Notre Dame penalty killing. They've been shorthanded 18 times, allowed 6 power play goals. And they'll be down here. Schrader to take the face-off. And the Irish lose the draw. Geneva able to keep it in. See if they can set up on the power play. Working a pass in front is deflected back. Folletti not letting the pass out front. They'll work it around the boards out to the near side point. Back behind the net. Goes off to the left wing. Panthers working around the perimeter here. Schrader does a nice job of knocking his man down, chips it free. And here's DeRizio. Now Vincent DeRizio with a breakaway, short-handed breakaway shot, and a save made by Hooker as he tried to beat him glove side, top corner. I don't know if he got as much on that shot as he really wanted to, but a short-handed breakaway for Vincent DeRizio, but Hooker up to the challenge for the Panthers. Just a minute 14 into this game. So the best scoring chance thus far comes from Notre Dame short-handed as they make changes. Hamilton coming out now to take the draw for Notre Dame. And the puck comes back to Krolchek, who can waste some more time with it as he dances off, then fires a shot in right on Hooker, who drops it and plays it off to his defenseman, Wooster, James Wooster. Now the Panthers break out. Here's a 2-on-2, and here's Zujak going wide, and a backhand shot. Folletti had to get a pad on that. The stick save is headed for the short side corner. And now Krolchek turns, can't get it out. Kept in by Zujak. A centering pass here was deflected away by Hudson, sophomore defenseman. And here's Hamilton now in the circle. He's able to wrist it down the ice and take off more time. Penalty time down to 25 seconds. 2 minutes into this game, no score. Panthers break out again. And gaining the blue line, a cross-ice pass from Zujak, shot wide by Ryan Brown. And now here's Vincent DeRizio. He'll whip it around the boards, and defenseman on the far side, that's Griffin Punt, can't get there in time. And the puck down the ice, that'll kill off the remaining time in the penalty. And the Panthers back in their own end. Play behind the net, pop came out free, and Schrader had a chance at it from the right side of the net. I don't think his shot actually got through to the goaltender. DeRizio now keeping in, and he's knocked down. And Worcester tries to clear, can't. Kept in by Levi Grimm at the right point. And now kept in again as the Irish keep it down in Panther territory. And finally, it is Griffin Punt, the defenseman, gets around. Kept in, though, by the point man for Notre Dame on that side. That's Tenney. Maxwell Tenney. Now Schrader has it. Schrader makes a move around one, but can't get by the next man. It's broken up. Notre Dame will regroup as the defensemen play a game of catch in their own zone here. That is Grimm and Tenney. Finally, Tenney has it, and a pass up the ice for DeRizio. Lost it momentarily. Here's Schrader, though, carrying on. Schrader off to the right side for DeRizio. DeRizio then is knocked down, didn't get a shot off, and recovered now by Zach Mattice and taken out. And the Panthers come back. 2-on-3. Move it back to the point and unable to keep it in. They are delayed offside here, and Notre Dame has time to recover. Here's Krolchek. Skating it out of his own zone. Gains the red line on the right wing, sends it in, and chases back after it. He's got Hoffmaster in the corner, and a centering pass in front, deflected. He tried to get it in front to Joe DeRizio. And now Notre Dame recovers in the corner. Krolchek still in deep, and now the puck tipped out to center ice. And Hamilton will be the first player back for Notre Dame. Turns and fires, gets it to Hudson. Hudson now return pass, comes around the near side boards, trying to get it back to Hamilton, but it's kept in by the Panthers. Jacob Trickler out there defensively, and the Panthers still able to keep it in. His Leo Kors centering pass didn't get through. Hudson breaks it up, and Notre Dame takes off the other way. Here's Hoffmaster going, and Hoffmaster tried to go around his man. A nice defensive play there to take Hoffmaster off the puck, and that was Zujak, Brady Zujak. Made a nice defensive play on Hoffmaster. Notre Dame recovers. Pass off for DeRizio, a little too far. He catches up with it on the left wing and centers a pass in front, and the shot to Schrader, and is able to put it in. Score for Notre Dame. It was DeRizio that passed it off. And I wasn't sure. Then it looked like it deflected off another Notre Dame player, but then Gavin Schrader was right there on the right side of the net to poke it in, and the Irish 4 minutes and 43 seconds into the game take a 1-0 lead. And if the goal stands for Schrader, that is his 10th goal of the season. This is just his 4th game. An even strength goal. Notre Dame takes a 1-0 lead. Panthers chip it in. Going back to get it is Tenney. Tenney now reverses, gets it up near side here. Has tried to get it to Gino Folletti. And Folletti battling along the boards, and finally Schmelowitz, a senior, able to tip it out to center, and now he recovers at the red liner. Schmelowitz loses his balance momentarily. Pass off on the wing, shot right on. Shot taken there by Folletti. That was Gino Folletti with a shot. Back come the Panthers. There's a shot, and Frank Folletti with a save. As a high wrister there, taken by Jody Marr. And Folletti had to be sharp there to make the save. Puck comes back to the near side boards. Grimm battling there. Grimm and Mittiga battling for the puck. And Notre Dame wins it, and it'll be Hoffmaster trying to shoot it in. Recovered, though, by the Panthers, and they'll bring it out. Krolchak catches up with it, gains the blue line, sends it in on the left wing, but immediately chipped out by the Panthers and down the ice for sophomore Noah Hudson. For his defensive partner, Krolchak, a tip pass up, and now they send away Joe DeRizio. Here's DeRizio. Followed up now by Hoffmaster, but he lost the puck. Hamilton then will scoot it in further. Around the net, centering pass here is denied. Goes back to the top of the faceoff circle, and Hamilton had it stripped away. Hudson has to recover for Notre Dame. Play between the blue line, now a loose puck. And let's see, getting there first was Matthijs, but then he lost it. Now it's centered in front and a score. As they send it in front and a deflection, Ryan Brown with a nice backhand deflection. That kind of caught Notre Dame by surprise there. As a pass in front, and Ryan Brown deflected it on the backhand up over Folletti's shoulder, up into the top of the net. 6 minutes and 22 seconds into this first period. So now face-off after the Panthers tie it here on Brown's 2nd goal of the season. And as Peasy taking the face-off, chips it ahead, and Notre Dame will gain possession. Here's Krolchak on the right wing, battling along the boards. Now the puck sent in behind the net. DeRizio has it, tries a centering pass there, and play around the Panthers net. Now we've got a penalty coming up here on the Panthers, and it'll be a cross-check call as one of the Fighting Irish taken down in the slot area. So Notre Dame, we mentioned, have been very good on the power play thus far this season, 12 for 22. Get their first opportunity here this afternoon with 8:19 to go. The penalty was called on Zach Matthijs. Cross-checking call. Face-off won by Notre Dame. Here's Schrader now. Cross-ice pass to DeRizio, and he'll kind of reset, takes it out to the left point. Works his way through the slot, fires a shot just wide. Krolchak recovers in the left corner. Creeping in from his defensive spot. Notre Dame now, DeRizio takes over again on the left wing boards. DeRizio pass down low, deflects right to the goalie, Hooker, but he able to chip it away. Notre Dame still able to keep possession here on the power play. DeRizio behind the net for Hamilton. Now DeRizio has it in the left wing corner. Skates out to the faceoff circle, takes a shot that goes high and wide, comes around the boards. Krolchak, can he get there in time? Nope. Actually did, but I think the puck was deflected away by the forward for the Panthers, and Krolchak now will take it back into his own end and reset. Cross-ice pass here, and now a centering pass for Schrader, and he'll take off for a 3-on-3. Schrader off on the right side, puts the brakes on, gets it back to DeRizio. The pass was deflected, goes across the ice, and Hamilton recovers for Notre Dame. Power play down to 25 seconds to go. And DeRizio had some trouble with it, and finally puck taken away by the Panthers and sent down the ice. And time for maybe another rush here with 15 seconds to go. Krolchak with a long pass down the ice, misses everyone, tried to get it to Hamilton at the blue line on the left side, but the pass went beyond him. It's an icing call. And with 9 seconds left in the power play, Notre Dame will have a face-off in their own end. 1-1 tie with 6:58 to go in the first period. And a face-off to the left of the freshman goaltender, Folletti. It'll be Hoffmaster, Ronan Hoffmaster, to take the draw here. Taking it against Lucas Springer. And Notre Dame able to control. And now coming up center ice, but losing it was Folletti. Now going back to get it is Levi Grimm. Grimm pass up the boards, and it's chip free out across the blue line and now sent back. And the Panthers will have to go back and get it. Michael Richardson back to come up with it for the Panthers. And now a blind pass is kept in by Grimm for Notre Dame. Gino Folletti in the corner battling for it. Folletti along the far boards, and now the Panthers will break out, and they've got a 2-on-1 here. Panthers, and it is Matthijs with a pass across. Now Zujak takes a shot. That won't go. It goes wide. Might have been deflected by an Irish skater in front there. And now Notre Dame will recover and send it out. Zujak has it at his own blue line. Pass ahead. Tried to get it up ahead to Matthijs. Puck deflected away, and Vincent DeRizio has it. He'll leave it for Krolchek for Notre Dame. Krolchek along the boards. And let's see, catching up within time is Matthijs. Was able to keep it in momentarily, but then Krolchek takes it out. And back come the Panthers. Here's a partial break. Nice job by Krolchek, though, to cut it off. And then Landon Peasy was able to get it out before he was tripped up there by Jody Marr. Now Hudson up on the boards, but it's kept in there by Carson Zujak. And now the Panthers able to try to apply some pressure here. Krolchek's pass for Schrader is taken away and kept in by Griffin Punt. And Punt a pass in front as he got it down low to Joey Marr. Marr just tipped it wide. As Folletti was a little vulnerable there, but pass went across the crease and out the other side. Here's Schrader now tracking it down for Notre Dame behind the net. Tries to come around, is tripped up. And that allows the Panthers to send it out to center ice. Notre Dame will go back in their own end. Had a little trouble with it for Levi Grimm. Now it goes around the boards. And back to the left point, kept in there. Shot in front is deflected away by Schrader. Schrader behind his own net. And now we'll skate it out here. And a pass up the center ice deflected by DeRizio. Couldn't corral it. And it's shot right back in by Griffin Punt. And Grimm will try again. Here's Grimm, pass up ahead, and that should be offside, and it is. Tried to get it to Hamilton, and Hamilton did corral the pass, but was in the zone a bit too early. Offside call. Face-off back in the Notre Dame zone. 4:24 to go. First period. We are tied at 1. Schrader for Notre Dame, and Ryan Brown scoring for Geneva, or Western Finger Lakes, I guess. Properly called, right? Hamilton to take the draw against Mitica. And Mitica has it, able to swing it around the net. Goes to the far boards, there's Brown. He's got the goal, takes a shot, takes another shot, and Folletti has to make a glove save. So Ryan Brown, the goal scorer, with a shot on there, out there with Lucas Springer. And it'll be Mitica on the draw here against Hamilton. Goes into the corner, and Mitica catches up with it first, battling in there with Levi Grimm. The puck squirts free along the far boards, and Notre Dame Hamilton able to bring it out finally and get it ahead, trying to get it up to Hoffmaster, and Hoffmaster raced for the puck, but Hooker, the goalie, able to get there first as he has to dive out between the circles and cover that puck up before Hoffmaster could get at it. And that'll force another faceoff with 3:58 to go here. 1-1 tie in the latter stages of the first period. Hamilton to take the draw against Matthijs. And won by the Panthers. And here they come, chipping it in deep. Tried to chip it in deep. Krolchek prevented that and turns it back the other way. Notre Dame now with 3-on-2. And Hamilton tried to get it across. That was DeRizio tried to get it across there actually to Hamilton. It chipped away. Back to the point where Krolchek did keep it in momentarily, but it popped up and went out of play. And that'll force another faceoff. Down to 3:38 to go in the opening period. 1-1 tie. Face off just outside the Geneva blue line. It's Schmelowitz on the draw, and he's able to backhand it in. Schrader will give chase. Schrader in there with Worcester, the defenseman. Notre Dame able to control it behind the net momentarily. Now behind the net again for Notre Dame. Pass in front. Gets deflected away off to the sideboards, and that'll allow the Panthers to get it out of the zone. And the puck shot in by Ryan Brown. And Folletti bounce off the backboards will hang on to it and force another faceoff. As we're down to 3:13 to go in the first period. Face off to the left of Folletti, the freshman goaltender for Notre Dame. It'll be Schmelowitz to take the draw against Carson Zujak. Up on the far side, DeRizio hooked momentarily, but it is Grimm that comes up with it for Notre Dame behind his own net. Here's Grimm. Avoids one as he tries to skate around Carson Zujak, and now just has to pass it up the boards. But the Panthers break it up. Puck out near center ice. Hit delivered over there by Grady Francis, and the puck goes deep into the Notre Dame end where Tenney comes up with it. Shovels a pass high for Schrader, and Schrader takes off. Schrader tried to move around his man, didn't get there. Good job by Griffin Punt to prevent that. And back come the Panthers. Leo Coors. Coors with a shot, didn't get through. Off a leg, and now it's recovered in front. That shot right on, and Folletti had to make a save there as the loose puck came to Carson Zujak. He's able to fire a shot right on from the low face-off circle to the right of Folletti, who holds onto it and forces another draw with 2:21 to go in the first period. Midiga and Hamilton on the draw here. And Notre Dame wins it, whips it around the boards for Hoffmaster. Hoffmaster unable to get it out at first, but gets a little help in clearing the zone, but it's shot right back in by the Panthers. Hudson back there, tips it around near side. Hoffmaster on the wing. He'll send it back behind the net. Krolchek has it there. The Notre Dame captain can't get it out. It goes to the point. That's a shot deflected high there as Hoffmaster got the stick in front of Worcester, who tried a shot from the right point, but deflects up into the rafters, and that'll force another face-off. As we're down to 1:56 to go in the opening period, a 1-1 tie. Hamilton and Midiga on the draw. Midiga wins it, goes back to the right point, and now shoved back into behind the net. Krolchek catches up with Notre Dame. Up to Hoffmaster. Hoffmaster pass between the legs and a breakout here for Notre Dame and Joe DeRizio. Here's DeRizio going on the left side. DeRizio going backhand, sends it across the crease. No one there. And Hamilton has to recover on the right wing boards. Tries to send it deep. It's deflected by the Panthers over there. And finally, Hamilton is able to get it deep. Taken there by Brady Zujak. Behind the net, fighting for it. Here's Zujak trying to break out, and will on the left side, right in front of his bench. Pass to center ice, and the Panthers on a break here is taking it in as Lucas Springer. He's knocked off the puck, though, and Notre Dame recovers. Krolchek, the Irish captain, sends it up to center ice. Puck is loose, heads to the far side, and the Panthers able to shoot it right back in. Krolchek recovering. High pass up the ice. Finds no one, going all the way down. I don't think icing will be called here. It's waved off. And now Schrader gives chase in the corner. Schrader takes it away. Pass out in front. And, DeRizio gets hit. I believe that was DeRizio that got taken down right in front of the net. No call there. And he has not gotten up either. Or it was Peasy, I think, right, that was knocked down. Yep. Peasy never saw the player that came out kind of out of the blind side there. And just watching it on replay. Yeah, Peasy going to the net. And just someone came over and cleared it. Hit him up high, though. That may have been the concern. So Peasy is making his way to his feet now. All this with just 43 seconds to go in the first period. So Landon Peasy shaken up, but able to skate off. He's a senior forward. It looks like he will head right into the Notre Dame locker room across the way. Play resumes. The faceoff will be in the Panthers' end to the left of the goaltender, Lucas Hooker. They did call a penalty, I guess. All right, it's up on the board. Griffin Punt was the defenseman that took him out, and they're calling a major, it looks like. So a 4-minute major. Notre Dame had 2 of these last night against Canandaigua and scored 3 power play goals. You mentioned they've been pretty lethal on the power play this season. They'll set it up. As losing the faceoff, though, goes behind the net. And now we'll come back to the point where Dorizio can't keep it in, and then breaking out here. But Krolchek able to cover up and send it back into the Panthers' end. There's Dorizio with a shot that is deflected by the defenseman. Wooster didn't get through. Irish now will try and set up here. Pass in front, deflected away, and there's a shot and a score there. And right in the slot area was Dorizio. I think Joe Dorizio, right? Yep, Joe Dorizio. Puck came free right in the high slot area. He got on a stunt and just wristed it home for the lead goal here, a power play goal with 20 seconds left in the first period. So just kind of a loose puck that came in the slot area, and he was able to get a stick on it and fire it home. Looked like it went to the far side. Hooker, I don't think it really even had a chance at it. Might not have even seen it. So a power play goal for Notre Dame at 14:40. They'll continue on the power play again. It was a major, so still 3.5 minutes on the power play. And here breaking up as they try to get out of the zone, broken up by Matthijs. And a centering pass now, and Hamilton recovers for Notre Dame. And you hear Coach Staley telling him to eat it here in the final seconds of the period, and that's what Hamilton will do, and the period comes to a close. But Joe Dorizio's power play goal at 14:40 of the first period gives Notre Dame the lead. Again, Schrader scoring early, 4:43 into the first period. It was Ryan Brown who countered for the Panthers at the 6:22 mark. But again, with just 20 seconds left, working off a major penalty, which will, of course, resume for the first 3 minutes and change of the second period. It is Joe Dorizio that finds a loose puck in the slot and wrists it home to give Notre Dame a 2-1 lead through the first 15 minutes of play. We'll take our intermission break. You're listening and watching Section 5 Hockey on Varsity Media Sports Network.
Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Mugs & More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org/mugsandmore to see the many options and place your order today.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Cuts inside. Touchdown, Red Devils. Rosin coach Craig Murphy. There's you.
What a move!
And the foul.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games,
patience offensively against this excellent defense. Now a shot's fired. How about that? Right into the top of the cage off the stick.
It'll be second down and 3. Handoff this time right up the middle. And B.J. Clark is gone for the touchdown.
school events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone at 866-577-1950. At Varsity Media, we offer everything under the sun when it comes to media. Action photography, live videography, live streaming, college recruiting videos, social media videos, and so much more. Visit our website at www.varsitymedia.net or visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Search Varsity Media. Varsity Media, we highlight your life.
Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Mugs and More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org/mugsandmore to see the many options and place your order today.
And welcome back. Section 5 hockey on Varsity Media Sports Network. Bob Brown with the call this afternoon. After the first 15 minutes of play, is Notre Dame leading the Western Finger Lakes Panthers by a score of 2-1. 4:43 into the first period. Gavin Schrader, his 10th goal of the season from Vincent DiRizio and Landon Peasy. 6:22, Ryan Brown off a deflection in front, a neat backhand tip, assisted by Michael Richardson, I believe, had the assist on that for the goal, which came again at 6:22, tied the game. Notre Dame, though, took the lead. A major penalty against Griffin Punt for Geneva as he took out Landon Peasy, who had to leave the ice momentarily late in that first period. That gave a 4-minute power play to Notre Dame. They capitalized just about 10 seconds in as Joe DiRizio scored his 7th goal of the season, assisted by Cooper Hamilton and his cousin Vincent DiRizio. So Notre Dame with a 2-1 lead. They also have 3 minutes and 17 seconds left of power play time due to that major penalty to Griffin Punt. So to open this second period, the Irish with the man advantage. And they'll be setting up down here right in front of me as we broadcast from the booth here. Well, we call it the music booth or whatever booth here at the Folletti Ice Arena. And we're ready to go. Hamilton to take the face-off. And against Matisse, and here's Notre Dame breaking in as Schrader, a shot over the net as he came in down the left side, and Notre Dame will set it up offensively. Here's Joe DiRizio now. Back to the point. Krolchik has it and sends it over to Vincent DiRizio. Back for Krolchik, and he lost it at the blue line, and Notre Dame will have to recover. They'll have to go back onside, and now losing it is DiRizio, and then Krolchik tips it away as Matisse tried to get on a break there, but it was prevented. Here's Schrader coming, works around his man. Schrader with a shot just wide as he made a nice move around the defenseman Richardson. He passes DiRizio in the slot area, and he loses it. Comes to the near side boards, collected there by Matisse, but he gives it away to Hamilton. Hamilton behind his own net, backhands it now to Schrader. Back for Hamilton, back for Schrader, behind the net. Schrader pass out high for DiRizio. DiRizio takes a wrister, it goes high and wide, and a deflection. Hamilton tried to deflect it down low, but couldn't get a stick on it. And now the puck slapped out, able to be kept in, though, by Vincent DiRizio. And two Panthers out of the zone. Here's Notre Dame, basically a 4-on-2. The shot goes off the outside of the net by DiRizio. And Notre Dame still in control. Here's Hamilton battling with Wooster behind the net. Sophomore Cooper Hamilton passed out high to Krolchik. He lets it fly, and it doesn't get through. It deflected, and then Hamilton just missed a chance on the rebound there. Vincent DiRizio on the left wing, skates into the circle, lets a wrister go, deflected away. I think Hooker got a piece of that. Notre Dame able to keep pressure on. DiRizio another shot, that deflected wide. Schrader has it, then Schrader fanned on it, and breaking the other way is Matisse, but he is stripped nicely by Joe DiRizio. And Schrader comes right back for the Fighting Irish, makes a move into the circles. Pass for Joe DiRizio is broken up, kept in by Notre Dame. Hamilton fires a shot, didn't get through, off the leg of Richardson, the defenseman. Back to the blue line, kept in by Notre Dame. Here's Schrader all alone down low, pass across the net, and Vincent DiRizio, pass deflected high, couldn't swat it home, had to take a baseball swing at it. DiRizio still has it. Comes to the near side circle, now going behind the net. Pass in front, and the shot deflected wide as he tried to hit his cousin Joe DiRizio coming through the slot area. Hamilton battling on the far wing boards. Notre Dame keeping it in. They've been in pretty much the whole time here to start the second period. Schrader has it now on the wing. Cross ice pass for Krolchik. He lost it momentarily, has to recover. Krolchik going behind the net for Schrader. Schrader from a bad angle, a save made by Hooker. And now they send it around the boards and finally get it down the ice. With 30 seconds left in the major penalty. 12:10 to go, second period, 2-1 Notre Dame. And here comes Vincent DiRizio with a good head of steam. Into the circle, takes a shot and deflected away. Hooker got a piece of that. Schrader still has it. Back for Krolchik. Krolchik shot deflects and goes in. Krolchik with a shot from the blue line. Hits someone in front, not sure. And it deflects past Hooker for a power play goal. And Notre Dame increases their lead to 3-1. 3 minutes and 7 seconds into the second period. So we're not sure who it deflected off. Let's see if we can pick it up on the replay. There was a bunch of bodies in front. But Krolchek with a shot from straight away. And again, a lot of traffic in front. And it somehow found its way into the back of the net for a 3-1 Notre Dame lead. Another power play goal. 14 power play goals for Notre Dame on the season. Again, folks, this is just the 4th game of the year. Face-off won by the Panthers, and immediately it's smacked down the ice by Brady Zuzek. And Notre Dame time for one last rush here as the penalty then expires as it's batted away by Michael Richardson, the defenseman. Notre Dame trying to come back, though, and they send it in. Thought it might have been a delayed offside, but no. Play carries on. Trying to work it out of the near side boards here is Lucas Springer, but he's denied and finally is able to get away. Pass to center ice, gets back to Springer. Springer on the left wing. Drops it now for Matthijs. Back for Springer. Pass in front. Didn't get there. Tried to hit Carson Zuzek. Back to the right point. There's a shot right on from the right point from the defenseman and a save made by Folletti. Good low shot from the right point. Couldn't tell who took that shot. But right on, and there was a Panther right there looking for a rebound. It just wasn't to be. I think it was Worcester that got that nice shot off from the right point. Face off in the Notre Dame zone to the left of Folletti. Midiga on the draw against Hamilton, and Notre Dame wins it. The Panthers able to keep it in here. Centering pass goes behind the net, and Krolchek recovers for Notre Dame. Flips it up high, but it's deflected away, and Panthers recover, and there's a loose puck to the circle off to the right side on the right wing, and a shot went wide. Hamilton comes back 2-on-1 for Notre Dame. Hamilton's shot goes wide. He had Hoffmaster off to his left. They might have grazed off the post. Back comes the other way with Marr, and Marr can't get anywhere. Turned back. Covered up for the Panthers. It is Midiga covering up, but he loses it, and back comes Notre Dame with Joe DeRizio. DeRizio 1-on-3, still tries to battle in there, gets taken down. 2 Panthers go down. Puck is free, and here's Hamilton with a shot. And as Hooker making a save, Joe DeRizio has it now behind the net. DeRizio circles, gets knocked down for the moment as he battles in there with Joey Marr. Hoffmaster comes in to help out for Notre Dame. And Hoffmaster comes up with it, sends it in deep around the boards. Joe DeRizio behind the net, behind the Panther net, that is. Hoffmaster now flips it back to the point. Kept in by Hudson. Hudson battling against Springer, that is. And finally the Panthers able to break away. As it is Midiga that is fun. We're going to have a penalty coming up here. That was Midiga carried in the zone, and he was hit. And they're going to call a cross check here, I believe, against Notre Dame. So the penalty comes with 9:46 to go in the second period. Cross-check call. I believe it's on Hudson for Notre Dame. It is. And the Panthers will go to the power play. Matthijs on the draw against Schrader. Schrader able to get it back, and Grimm sends it around the boards. Back to the right point where the Panthers will hold it in. Here's a shot that Folletti has to knock down with his blocker, and then it's sent out to center ice. Back to recover, Brady Zuzek. And with a head of steam, Zuzek tips it ahead, and they'll gain the zone as it's backhanded in. Trying to check it down is Midiga, but he can't get there, and Notre Dame does, and able to clear. And it is Brady Zuzek. Back to the puck, and he'll circle, being hassled by Vincent DeRizio a little bit here. Trying to break free now is Zach Matthijs. And Matthijs pass deflected off DeRizio, and Hooker, the goaltender, has to recover. DeRizio causing problems forechecking here for Notre Dame. That's Vincent DeRizio, the junior. Panthers still behind their own net. Let's see if they can finally break out here, and they do, as it will be Midiga up the right side and tries to fire it in. It deflects off the defenseman Krolchek, and Schrader able to recover momentarily, tried to backhand it out, and now he'll get help from DeRizio, who does wrist it down the ice with just 12 seconds to go in the penalty. 3-1, Notre Dame in the lead. Irish doing a nice job here defensively. Puck comes free, and now it's DeRizio, who's done a nice job on this penalty kill. His shot is deflected. Good job defensively by Brady Zuzek to get a stick on that attempted shot. Schrader pass in front, and it just tips wide as Hamilton came through the slot area and got a shot off on that pass from Schrader. And it just eked past the goaltender and then slipped wide of the post. And then the Panthers ice the puck here with 8:02 to go, and Notre Dame will be the beneficiary of a face-off to the right of the goaltender Hooker for the Panthers. 3-1, Notre Dame leads. Hamilton against Trickler on the face-off. Hamilton wins it. They send it back to the point to Krolchak. His shot right on. Hooker has to make the save. DeRizio fires a shot. That goes on. Right on. Hooker steers it to the far corner. And now back into the near side corner. Joe DeRizio battling in there with Wooster. And here's a pass out front. Hamilton couldn't get there in time, but does recover here on the near side boards as he battles with a Panther for the loose puck. And it's shot right on from the point by Krolchak. And Hooker making a shoulder save. Hamilton has it behind the net. He's bodied off the puck behind the net. Hoffmeister trying to help out for Notre Dame. Good work in there by Coors. Leo Coors for the Panthers. But the Panthers kind of stuck in their own end here. James Real trying to now get it out. And puck comes free as it deflected off the Panther at the right in front of the Notre Dame bench. Loose puck in the slot. Notre Dame players trying to get at it. Hoffmeister working hard down there, battling with Grady Francis. And now attempted pass in front is kicked away by Trickler. And finally, the Panthers able to get it out to center ice. Good pressure here by Notre Dame. They lead 3-1, just under 7 minutes to go in the second period. And now here's Wooster, hit hard by Schrader at the blue line. And a shot right on, taken there by Carson Zuzek, is steered aside by Folletti. And Notre Dame recovers. And a pass too far as they tried to hit the Notre Dame player breaking out. And Notre Dame recovers in their own zone. With 6.5 minutes to go, DeRizio had a little trouble with it. Now back for Krolchak, the Notre Dame captain. He'll backhand it for his defensive partner, Noah Hudson. Hudson sweeps it up near side, but it's taken by Wooster, and Wooster's shot just deflects wide. And Krolchak has to recover in the corner. Gets it out. Now they chip it over the blue line and work down the ice. And Notre Dame with a 2-on-1 here. And a pass across to DeRizio. Couldn't get a shot off. Good play coming back by the defenseman. And there's Peasy now. Tried to backhand a pass over to Schrader, but it was deflected away and now sent down the ice. And Hudson back to recover. It is an icing call, though, with 5:54 to go. Second period. Notre Dame 3. Western Finger Lakes Panthers 1. And the faceoff will be to the left of Lucas Hooker. Nope, they move over to the right now. Hamilton against Marr. And the Panthers control for the moment and do get it out across the blue line. Kept in for the moment, but now the Panthers do break out. Pass off on the left side, trying to get it to Lucas Springer. Springer's centering pass deflected in front. It went off a skate, I think, and Folletti had to be sharp and cover up there. With now 5:41 to go and a face-off in the Notre Dame zone. As Mitica will go in against Hamilton. Hamilton gets it back to Levi Grimm. Sends it around the boards, and now Notre Dame will work it out with Hamilton on the left wing. Here comes Hamilton, gains the blue line. Now we'll try and set it up as he tries to get to Hoffmeister, who was streaking down the slot, could not get it to him. And the Panthers break out the other way. Zuzak lost it for a moment. His cross-ice pass is swatted in by Mitica. And Notre Dame will go back to retreat. Grimm in the near side corner has a little trouble with it. As he battles in there with the Panther, centering pass is deflected away. And Notre Dame tried to chip it out, but held in nicely at the blue line by Michael Richardson. Richardson makes a move, gets into the circle, but can't get a shot off. And now the puck worked over on the right wing boards. There's a pass that goes wide, or a shot maybe that goes wide. Now to the near side boards, and finally Notre Dame, can't get it out as Schrader tried to chip it out, but lost it. Here's Richardson coming in. Richardson works in, gets a shot right on, and Folletti has to make the save, and still the puck loose down low. Hamilton recovers behind his own net, tries to swat it up on the boards, but it deflected off the referee, I think, and finally Notre Dame able to win a battle here and get it out. And here's Hoffmaster, shot right on as he caught up with a loose puck on the right wing, fired a shot. Hooker had to make the save. And back come the Panthers. Midiga, and they're going to call that offside, I believe, as Midiga took a pass on the left wing, but an offside call. Down to 4:21 to go in period number 2. Notre Dame leads 3-1. Face-off will come back near center ice. It will be right at center ice, matter of fact. And back to Krolchek. Cross-ice pass here for Hudson. Had a little trouble with it. Tracked down by 2 Panthers. Gets it off to his defensive partner and the senior captain for Notre Dame. Tries to back at it out of the zone and does. Tried to get it ahead to Peasy. He's back out there again. He was shaken up momentarily on that major penalty call late in the first period. Back into the Notre Dame zone. Krolchek will wing it around the boards, but it hits something and goes out of play, which will force another face-off with 3:52 to go. Only one goal here in this second period. A power play goal. So a 3-1 lead and a face-off in the Notre Dame zone. It'll be Matthijs against Hoffmaster. And Hoffmaster, only for the moment, but kept in at the point by Richardson. He's taken down by Dorizio, but the puck stays in the Notre Dame zone. A centering pass taken away now by Schrader for Notre Dame. Tried to get it up to Dorizio. Goes a little too far for him. He does catch up with it in the right wing circle and circles back. Gets it back to the point and then is lost. And now a break here for the Panthers as trying to get away is Carson Zujak, and a shot right on and a glove save by Folletti as Zujak came streaking down the left side. And Folletti had to make a pretty neat glove save there and then holds on. And then a little chatting after the whistle. And Folletti called on to make a good save there to keep the score at 3-1 Notre Dame. Both teams make a change in personnel, and they're going to bring the face-off outside the zone, it appears. So Hamilton will face off against Trickler. Goes back to Krolchek up for Joe Dorizio. Lost it for a moment as Trickler checked him, and now it goes into the corner. Pops free, and Notre Dame will recover. Cross-ice pass, though, intercepted and taken right back in by Zujak. His shot right on. And it is Folletti that has to make the save as Zujak intercepted the pass and came in on the right side and let the shot go. Folletti with another save with 3:08 to go in the second. Draw to the left of Folletti. Notre Dame wins it. Center on the boards and centering pass to no one in particular, but it goes right on Hooker, so no icing. Hoffmaster trying to track it down. Beaten at the puck though by Zujak. Now the Panthers try and break free. And it is sent deep into the Notre Dame zone by Leo Kors. It'll be Hudson to come up with it. And now Notre Dame will try and break out, and here they come. This is Schrader down the left side. Excuse me, Krolchek down the left side. 48, not 8. Krolchek takes it in deep. Joe Dorizio in the corner here. Battling with Zujak, goes to the far side. And Hoffmaster battling with Kors over there. And back to the point. And it's Hudson with a shot. Didn't get through. I believe it hit Richardson in front. And the Panthers clear the zone. Krolchek leaves it for Hudson, and he'll sweep it right back in. And he might not waited long enough for it. I don't think he had the red line. They're going to call icing here, I think. I think he was a step or two in his own zone still. And an icing call. Down to 2:07 to go. Second period here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And a 3-1 Notre Dame lead. be Schrader in the face-off circle against Mittiga. Won by the Panthers, able to keep it in for the moment. Now DeRizio has it. DeRizio pass up the middle, deflects away, tries to get to Schrader and does. Schrader in a pass across the net and a shot right on. Save made on Whitcomb. That's a nice pass, a little saucer pass there by Schrader, and it did get over to Whitcomb, and he got a shot on goal, but Hooker was equal to the task and made the save. Whitcomb now will battle for the puck down below us. Freshman forward gets it behind the net to Schrader. Schrader now trying to work in front, and the puck to the side of the net. Worcester sweeps it away. Schrader keeps it back to the point. Shot from the point, or pass, more of a pass, is deflected wide. DeRizio trying to catch up with, but he's on his butt behind the net. And Whitcomb in there too, trying to battle for that loose puck. It's finally cleared out of the zone by the Panthers with 1:15 to go in the period. Pass up, deflected away. Panthers recover and just will wrist it right back the other way. But recovering for Notre Dame is Grimm behind his own net, off to Tenney now, the other defenseman. Second pairing for Notre Dame. Puck at center ice taken away by the Panthers. Now they try and get it over to Mittiga, and Mittiga will fire it in behind the net here with 48 seconds to go. Late second period, Panthers in possession now. Centering pass here to Richardson, who was sneaking in from the left point, but he was denied by Levi Grimm. Nice defensive play by the Notre Dame defenseman, though he gives it right back to Richardson on a poor clearing attempt. Richardson shot. I don't know if that got through. It might have fled. He might have to make a save there. Now some pressure here by the Panthers in the final 20 seconds of the period. And a pass right through the crease goes back to Richardson at the left point. Over to the right side now. And a shot from there didn't get through. And finally deflected away, but the Panthers still able to keep it in here with 9 seconds to go. And a shot from the high slot area just trickles wide. Grimm has to go fetch it in the near side corner. Backhands it up the boards. And comes back to the blue line, and a wrister from the blue line deflected away as the period comes to a close. And just one goal in that period, a Notre Dame power play goal. I'm not sure who got Krolchek again with a shot from the point. We'll have to get the official scoring on that, and we will when we return for the third period. So through 2 periods of play here at the Folletti Ice Arena. And it is Section 5 hockey here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. It's Notre Dame 3 and the Western Finger Lake Panthers 1. Stay tuned for third period action coming up shortly.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Cuts inside. Touchdown, Red Devils. Rosin coach Greg Murphy. There's you.
What a move!
And the foul.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games.
Patience offensively against this excellent defense. Now the shot's fired. How about that? Right into the top of the cage off the stick.
It'll be second down and 3. Handoff this time right up the middle. And B.J. Clark is gone for the touchdown.
School events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone at 866-577-1950. At Varsity Media, we offer everything under the sun when it comes to media. Action photography, live videography, live streaming, college recruiting videos, social media videos, and so much more. Visit our website at www.varsitymedia.net or visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Search Varsity Media. Varsity Media, we highlight your life.
And welcome back as we get set for third period action here at the Folletti Ice Arena, where Notre Dame leads the Western Finger Lakes Panthers 3-1 through 2 periods of play. The scoring, 4:43 of the first period, Gavin Schrader with his 10th goal of the season, Vincent DiRizio and Landon Peasy with the assists. It was Ryan Brown that came back, the lone goal for the Panthers, on an assist from Michael Richardson. That again at 6:22 of the first period, tied the game at 1. Stayed that way till very late in the first period when Carson Punt took a major penalty. Griffin Punt, took a major penalty. And Notre Dame with a 4-minute power play, they capitalized early in that power play as it was Joe DiRizio scoring on assist from Cooper Hamilton and Vincent DiRizio. That came at 14:40 of the first period. Power play time continued into the second period, and Notre Dame did get another one off that major penalty, as it was Wyatt Krolczyk that scored on a shot from the blue line. It looked like it must he got the goal, so it apparently deflected off one of the Panthers in front, as it definitely changed directions and got by Hooker, the goaltender. Gavin Schrader with a lone assist on that goal, 3:07 into the period. That's your scoring. Notre Dame 3 and the Panthers 1, as we get you set here for third period action. Teams at even strength to start the period. And a face-off at center ice, and it is Hamilton that wins it. Gets it back to Hudson. Up on the far boards, trying to get it to Joe DiRizio. Pops free, and now the Panthers will recover. As it is sent into the Notre Dame zone. Hudson tries to glove it down, and has to go back to retreat to Krolczyk, right back to his defense partner Hudson, but it gets away from him and kept in the point by Grady Francis. Now it is tipped out by Hamilton, and he'll try and get the other way, but that is broken up by Carson Zucek. And finally Krolczyk will send it in, but it's sent right back out again. Panthers in their own zone, finally turning and heading out is Zach Mattice, but he loses it. And Noah Hudson shoots it right back in. But the Panthers will recover. Here's Brown, the goal scorer for the Panthers, and he'll send it in deep. Schrader gets there first for Notre Dame. Now it's DiRizio takes over, pass on the wing, and here comes Schrader. Gavin Schrader for Notre Dame. Tried to make a good move, make a move around Zucek, but Brady Zucek with a good play defensively to break that up. Pass in front for Whitcomb, who deflects his shot wide. Notre Dame now puts some pressure on in the Panthers zone. Puck comes free behind the net. And taken out, we're going to have a penalty here on Notre Dame as he took out the defenseman as their legs got tangled up, and Notre Dame will be called here. I believe it was Brady Zucek that got taken down by Whitcomb. Yep. So a penalty here to Noah Whitcomb, the freshman. And the Panthers will go on the power play. 1 minute 24 seconds into this third period. Face-off will be to the left of freshman goaltender Frank Folletti. It's like Hamilton will step into the circle for Notre Dame. He's out there with Joe DiRizio, and then Krolczyk and Hudson defensively. It'll be Mattice to take the face-off, but it is won by Notre Dame, and Krolczyk fires it right down the ice immediately. Good face-off win there for Notre Dame. And the Panthers now will regroup and start ahead as Mittiga gains the line, goes over on the left wing. Mittiga now trying to set it, takes a shot from a bad angle that glanced off the back of the net. Mittiga recovers here on the right wing boards. Lost it in the circle, recovers, takes a shot, didn't get through, it was blocked by Krolczyk, comes back to the point, and shot just goes wide. And now off into the far corner. Hudson knocks into his man as they battle in the far corner. Joey Marr out there for the Panthers. They're able to keep it in on the left wing boards. It scoots out to the middle of the ice though, and Cooper Hamilton has it and is able to backhand it out to center. Coming right back in, though, is Richardson, and Richardson's shot deflects off Krolczyk and then rolls right to Folletti, who will hang on to it. With 35 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Panthers. Changing personnel for both teams. And sophomore Ronan Hoffmaster will take the draw here against Zach Mattice. And as Hoffmaster kicks it back to Tenney, and Tenney now tried to clear behind the net and put it right on the back of the net. Puck is knocked off the net. Panthers recover though. Brady Zujak, up the middle of the ice, had it taken away by Hoffmaster, and here's Hoffmaster on a break. Ronan Hoffmaster going in all alone, makes a move, and the shot, and right on the line, didn't go in, they say. And they're calling for a face-off now. Hooker might have got a piece on it, but then he slid into the net. You were also wondering if he took the puck into the net with him. It was tough to tell from our angle. We're at the other end of the ice. But the official definitely signaled no goal, that the Hooker had the puck in his possession. And I think Hooker took some exception to some of the activities in front of him, so stoppage in play, down to 14 seconds left in the penalty. I don't believe there were any other calls made. 12:19 to go, third period. Notre Dame leads 3-1. We're trying to sort things out here. Yep, so they'll continue to play 5-on-4 here, but again, just 14 seconds. No, they are calling a penalty. It looks like on Matthijs got a penalty. I think might have come in there late and got something, so they'll skate even here for a few seconds, and then Notre Dame will go back onto the power play. Puck shot into the Notre Dame zone. Krolchek catches up with it there, and a pass ahead to Hamilton. He turns and lines it up. Pass to center ice, though, and it was Hoffmaster that couldn't corral that pass. And now Notre Dame will recover here. Vincent DiRizio in his own end. On the left side, gains the blue line. 1 against 2, leaves it for Schrader. Schrader walks in, takes a shot right on, and Hooker smothers that and holds on. So Notre Dame now onto the power play here for the next 59 seconds. So they try and increase their 3-1 lead here. Face off to the right of Hooker. It'll be Schrader to take the draw for Notre Dame. Hamilton gets it back to DiRizio, manning the left point. Vincent DiRizio into the middle, and now back off for Hamilton. Centering pass deflects away, and now it'll be Brown to shoot it down the ice, but it deflects and goes out of play. Well, you mentioned the Notre Dame power play has been very good this year. 2 more power play goals here today, 14 on the season. And this is just their 4th game. Face-off in the zone. Hamilton taking the draw, goes onto the boards, and then Schrader has a deflected shot. DiRizio, did he get there in time? He does. He scores on the backhand. A shot in front, a loose puck, and DiRizio was wide open on the left side and backhand. I didn't know if he got enough on the backhand to get it by Hooker, who was out of position. He does, and Vincent DiRizio with a power play goal, and Notre Dame now leads 4-1. As the puck squirted to the far side of the cage, and DiRizio was there, and again on his backhand. I don't think he got a lot on that, but he did get enough to get it into the back of the net for, I believe, his 7th goal of the season. Again, another power play goal for Notre Dame, which comes 3:32 into the 3rd period. And now we've got another penalty coming up here. This one to Geneva, as Hoffmaster was knocked down at center ice. And a roughing call going to Richardson. I didn't really get to see that. Michael Richardson, I believe he got tangled up with Hoffmaster, but finished him off. Roughing penalty, and Notre Dame back onto the power play. And win the draw. DiRizio, Vincent DiRizio at the left point. Creeps toward the middle of the ice, now back into the left side wing for Hamilton. Back for DiRizio out high. Skates it over to the left side. Looking over and tries to get it in front, looking over for Schrader, I was going to say. Tried to get it to him. The pass deflected away. Now off to the right point, and a centering pass is taken away by Matthijs, and he'll just ease it down the ice, kill some time, and Krolchek will catch up to it for the Fighting Irish. Up ahead for DeRizio. He leaves it, and it's taken away here by now Matthijs, and he dances into the slot, takes a shot, and scores in the back of the net as Matthijs. Notre Dame a little loose in their own end, and Matthijs came up with a loose puck and just worked his way into the middle of the ice and wristed it by Folletti between the face-off circles, and it's 4-2, a shorthanded goal. Coming at 4:19 of the third period. So a nice job by Zach Matthijs. And now Notre Dame, I believe, wants to call a timeout, as they got a little too sloppy in their own end there, and that cost them a goal. So the shorthanded tally, and Matthijs with a nice wrister, but I think Coach Staley probably didn't like the way he was able just to dance right into between those face-off circles and get that shot away after a giveaway in the Notre Dame zone. So the lead is cut to 4-2, 10 minutes, 41 seconds to go. Notre Dame still with power play time left, 53 seconds worth. But Coach Staley obviously a little disappointed that and calling the timeout. They'll regroup. And the power play unit back out onto the ice. Krolchek and Vincent DeRizio man the points. Schrader, Hamilton, and Joe DeRizio the forwards. And the faceoff goes back into the Panther end, and sweeping it down the ice is the Panthers defenseman. And that allow DeRizio to go back and get it. This is Vincent DeRizio, starts up the ice and can't get by two Panther defenders, but Krolchek covers up for him and takes it into the zone, takes a shot off the glove hand of Hooker and off into the right wing boards. Notre Dame now setting up on the power play. Here's a pass in front and a shot to score by Joe DeRizio on the power play as he came in from the weak side, and the Irish get it right back. Another power play goal for Notre Dame. On the cross ice pass, cross crease pass, and Joe DeRizio creeping in from the right wing and deflects that pass home, and Notre Dame takes a 5-2 lead. So 4:46, just 27 seconds after the Panthers score shorthanded. The Irish add a power play goal and move to a 5-2 lead. And now I think at the end of that play, I think the Panthers are getting another penalty, as defenseman James Worcester is in the penalty box. Yeah, so Worcester, I don't know, I believe they signaled cross-checking, so must have been after the goal was scored. Worcester must have cross-checked a Notre Dame player, so the Panthers will be shorthanded again, now trailing 5-2. Puck sent into the Notre Dame zone, where the captain Krolchek leaves it there for DeRizio. DeRizio pass up the near side here to Schrader. Schrader avoids a man, avoids another, loses it momentarily, now regains it at center ice, takes it in on the right wing side. Goes deep into the corner, centering pass, tried to get it to Hamilton, but it got deflected away, goes off to the right wing boards. Notre Dame able to keep it in. A centering pass again is denied by the Panthers, and run around the boards and out through center ice and down the ice, where Folletti will hold it for his defenseman. Bangs it off the boards, tried to get ahead to Joe DeRizio, but the pass deflected away. Stepping up was Richardson, the defenseman for the Panthers, and he deflects it out of play, and there'll be a face-off with 47 seconds left in the penalty to Worcester. The face-off, Landon Peasy working the draw against Lucas Springer. Peasy wins the draw, Notre Dame in control. Krolchek, Notre Dame captain, working his way up the ice. Pass goes too far and deflected away by the Panthers, and Ryan Brown able to shoot it right back in. It goes right on Folletti, who leaves it. He was going to hold it, and finally then gave it up to his defenseman. And now Notre Dame trying to work it out and will with Ronan Hoffmaster for Krolchek. Krolchek gains the blue line on the left side. Goes in looking for a man in front and finally gets it in front of Hoffmaster, who didn't get good wood on it. And now the puck slapped away and down the ice by the Panthers. And that'll pretty much do it for penalty time here for Notre Dame. And a long pass up the middle of the ice, deflected away. It went by Springer and now is deflected out of play. Down to 8:37 to go, third period. Notre Dame 5-2. In the lead, 4 power play goals for Notre Dame, 4 more here this afternoon. Now Brenna Munn on the ice for the first time, defenseman for Notre Dame at the right defensive position here. Out there with Krolchek. Krolchek tries to send it up the boards. It's deflected away as it deflected off Leo Kors. Goes around, and here's Munn now in a battle across the way with James Real. As they battle for the puck, it squirts free, and Vincent DiRizio comes up with it. He's knocked off the puck by Trickler. Still has it, though. And finally spin his way free and get it up to Hamilton. It flecks off the left side, and Schrader with a head of steam heading into the zone, but they're going to call icing. Puck deflected down the ice. And they'll bring it back into the Notre Dame zone for the faceoff. Faceoff will be to the right of the freshman goalkeeper, Folletti. Mittiga will take the draw, it looks like, for the Panthers. And it'll be Landon Peasy, the senior for Notre Dame. And the draw won by Peasy. For Hudson. Hudson had a little difficulty with it around the backboards now. Tried to get the Schrader, went all the way out to the point. Shot goes wide by the Panthers. Ends up on the left point. And here's Hudson battling, and Hudson's going to get a penalty as he dangerously knocked the player into the void. It was inadvertent as the player was kind of in a bad position there. Hudson gave him a little shove from behind, and he's going to be called here when play stops, when Notre Dame gets possession of the puck, I should say. But here come the Panthers. And Zujak leaving it down the ice, and his pass a little too far for Mittiga. And Notre Dame will be shorthanded. As it is Noah Hudson. Not sure what the official call was, but it was kind of a check from behind. The player, again, was kind of in a vulnerable position. Hudson didn't really hit him hard, but it could have been a dangerous hit, and they did make the call. So with 7:37 to go, Notre Dame's shorthanded. And they need another player on the ice here. They did call a major. Well, they call a 4-minute major. So, well, Notre Dame's had the beneficiary of a few of these. They had 2 last night. 2 major penalties for Canandaigua that they had the power play in 2 majors, and had one already here today that they capitalized a couple of times on. Let's see if the Panthers can work their way back into this one. They trail 5-2, but have some time here in the power play. On the draw, Matthijs against Hamilton, and Krolchek won it for a moment, but then couldn't get it out of the zone as Zujak keeps it in. He's battling there with Hamilton. Now they get it to the middle of the ice and try to set up this power play. Shot from there right on. Folletti had to make the save, and the shot taken by Mittiga. Mittiga battling with Krolchek. Now the puck cut free, and they try to work it back to the point, but it goes back to Joe DiRizio, and he just eases it out to center ice. Panthers try and come right back here with Zujak. And puck stopped at the line. Grimm broke his stick. Now Notre Dame shorthand also has a defenseman playing without a stick now. As Richardson has it back to blue line. Panthers able to keep it in with Matthijs. And Matthijs zigzagging and finally gets a shot away, but it goes off the leg of Hamilton and goes out to center ice. And I think Notre Dame's going to get another penalty here, it looks like. As Krolchek will touch it up. And another penalty to Notre Dame with 6:32 to go. They lead 5-2, but now will be 2 men short. So an opportunity for the Panthers here. I believe they may have called timeout. Notre Dame already used their timeout. I believe the Panthers may be calling one here. It was Joe DiRizio getting this penalty. Really didn't see what the call was, but That's going to give the Panthers a 5-on-3 opportunity here. Again, the one penalty, the one to Hudson, a major. There's still 2:56 to go in that one. And now a minute and a half or possibly less for Joe DiRizio. And special teams have been big in this game. 4 of the 5 Notre Dame goals have come on the power play. The Panthers have a shorthanded goal in this game. So the faceoff will be in the Notre Dame end. It looks like to the left of Folletti. For the kill, it'll be Krolchek, Grimm, and Schrader. Matthijs will take the faceoff here. Let's see who the other forwards are. And it goes to the boards, side boards, and able to clear as Krolchek. Good job by Schrader. Mittigas out there, and also Springer is the forwards for the Panthers here, as they have a 5-on-3 advantage. Pass goes too far. Levi Grimm, can he catch up with it? He does. Backhands it, though, right into Mittiga. Mittiga takes it behind the net. And now Notre Dame player losing his stick. That's not good when you're down 5-3 here. Krolchek trying to get it out to center ice, and it does. It goes by Zuchak, who couldn't keep it in at the blue line, and the Panthers will have to regroup. Gaining the line is Zuchak, Carson Zuchak, that is. Here's a shot that didn't get through, and Grimm comes up with it. Waited a little too long to clear. Had a stick raised, and Panthers able to keep it in for the moment. Goes back to the left point. Zuchak spins with it, tries to find a clear lane, and fires a shot right on, and Folletti makes the save, and a good clear now by Krolchek. Good job by Notre Dame to keep the front clear, as Folletti saw that shot from Zuchak all the way, able to knock it down, and then Fighting Irish able to clear. And now Hoffmaster breaking free. I tried to clip it out, but could not. Krolchek, as it goes into the back behind the net, comes out to the blue line, kept in, though, by the Panthers. Rister from there didn't get through. Puck in front, and it is Schrader who comes with the loose puck, and he can't backhand it out. He takes Springer into the boards, and still puck's free in the top of the circle. A shot goes wide. Panthers able to keep it in here, working on the power play. Centering pass deflected away, and this is Vincent DiRizio comes up with a loose puck. As Notre Dame, the minor penalty is gone. DiRizio lifts it out, doesn't get it out, and here's a shot deflects wide. DiRizio has it again behind his own net. Wings it around the boards, kept in by Brown. Back for Brown working near the point, now taken over at the point by Zuchak. He'll take a wrister from there, just wide. Krolchek comes up with a rebound, and he is able to get it out, get it ahead to Vincent DiRizio, who's got a breakaway, a clear breakaway for DiRizio. Makes the move and scores. Vincent DiRizio made a nifty move as he faked the shot, then worked it on the forehand and lifted it over the goalie Hooker for the shorthanded goal and a 6-2 Notre Dame lead. Pretty goal there by DiRizio. He was all alone, too. He had all this, basically like a penalty shot. He got the goalie to commit. He made the move to the, like he was going to go backhand, came back forehand, lifted it over the shoulder and into the net for Notre Dame's 6th goal, which comes 10:33 into the third period. His 2nd goal of the game. He had a power play goal earlier. Again, this one's shorthanded. So with 4:20 to go, still 40 seconds in penalty time for the Panthers, as Worcester has to go back and get it here. Pass too far and knocked right back into the Panthers zone. It was deflected away. Now shot back into the Notre Dame zone. And Tenney trying to get there. Beaten there to the puck, though, by Matthijs. And there's a goal here. I don't know how that even went in. It was on the backhand of the stick of Zach Matthijs. And then he got it out front, and I believe it was Carson Zuchak who somehow got it in, as he was in front. And it will be a power play goal. See that one again. Looked like he carried it on the back of his stick, went behind the net, and then, got it out front to Zuchak, who was standing to the right of Folletti, and Zuchak just batted it in for the goal. That makes it 6-3. It's still 11 seconds left in penalty time. goal with 11-12 of the period. And now Notre Dame in control here. Penalty is over with 3.5 minutes to go in a 6-3 game now. And the Panthers start back. Coming down the left wing. Hoffmaster deflected it away, though, and then Schrader comes up with a loose puck, and he'll look to wind it up. Passes it straight up the ice. Tried to get it to Schmelowitz. Was deflected away. Schmelowitz battling at the blue line. But the Panthers recover, and here's Richardson. Cross-ice pass to Brown. It was deflected away. But carrying on was Zujak, but he is stopped by Hoffmaster. He does come up with a puck now, and now takes it between the circles. Shot right on. Folletti makes the save. Brown backhands it for Mitiga. But now DeRizio is able to get free on the right wing and clear the zone for Notre Dame. As we're in the final almost 2.5 minutes of play here. 6-3 Notre Dame. Fired into the ND zone. Tenney backhands it for Krolchek. Works it around the boards now for Whitcomb. And the freshman forward tried to get it ahead to Hamilton a little too far. And it'll be Springer catching up with it in his own zone for the Panthers. Takes it behind his own net. Springer pass up on the boards, deflects away, and Whitcomb able to keep it in. Good work by the freshman forward for Notre Dame as he backhands it into the zone further behind the net, where Joe DeRizio gets back to the point and a shot. I don't know if that got through. That was taken by, I think, Tenney from the right point. And now Krolchek in his own zone. Gets away from one. The puck pops free right in center ice, though, and Tenney able to clear it away. Taken back into the zone, though, by Francis. Francis denied, though. Play a little scrambled here. Finally, Whitcomb comes up with it for Notre Dame. Long pass down the ice, deflects off Cooper Hamilton's stick. And Zujak gives chase with Hamilton behind that. Zujak comes up with it, and now will start up the ice for the Panthers. But Hamilton back checking and works it away from him and sends it in deep. Finally, the Panthers, though, able to get it down the ice. It goes right on Folletti, who will leave it for his defenseman, Levi Grimm. Grimm trying to shake Mitiga. Finally does. Gets it to Krolchek, who just eases it up the left wing ice, and it looks too far for anyone. It'll be an icing call with ones on the board. 1-1-1, 1:11 left here in the third period. 6-3 Notre Dame in the lead, and 71 seconds away from their fourth straight victory. The face-off now with Trickler against Schrader, and Schrader wins it back to Grimm. Gets it around for DeRizio, deflects it, it does come out to center ice, and now Schrader takes off one-on-one. So Trickler getting back nicely. Pass across to Hoffmaster, didn't get to him. And now is deflected off the right point. Schrader over for Grimm. Grimm shot from the top of the circle, left side, deflected away. And now the puck goes up into the rafters, out of play. And a face-off. With now just 46 seconds to go in this one. 6-3 Notre Dame. And a penalty call here, it looks like. Schrader going into the penalty box. And it'll be a face-off in the Notre Dame zone to the right of Folletti, with, again, just 46 seconds to go. Hamilton will take the draw against Zach Mattice. And it squirts out to center ice off the face-off. Panthers left to go back and recover. Here's Brady Zujak trying to get into the zone, but can't. Deflected away. Notre Dame shoots it down the ice. And that'll be where Richardson comes up with it. And now the Panthers will break back as Brown trying to get down the ice, backhands it into the Notre Dame zone. And now here's Krolchek, comes up with it behind the net and is able to clear the zone. Krolchek and Brown having a few words behind the play. Under 10 seconds to go. And here's Richardson one more time into the zone. On his backhand, centering pass deflected away as the horn goes to end the game. And tempers flare a little bit. And the game is over, and Notre Dame with a win 6-3, your final score. As the players are escorted away from one another. So the Fighting Irish win their 4th straight. It wasn't easy, though. Panthers gave them a pretty good fight. Again, a couple of teams, you wonder how much energy they had. 4 games in 6 days for Notre Dame, 4 games in 5 days for the Panthers, but Notre Dame prevails by a final score of 6-3. As to run through the scoring again, Gavin Schrader in the first period from DeRizio and Peasy. Ryan Brown tied it on an assist from Richardson, 6:22. Notre Dame took the lead at 14:40 on a power play as Joe DeRizio scored from Hamilton and Vincent DeRizio. Only 1 goal in the second period, a power play goal by Notre Dame, Krolchik from Gavin Schrader. Notre Dame led 3-1 going into the final period. Notre Dame added a couple more power play goals in the third. It was Vincent DeRizio scoring a power play goal and scoring shorthanded for Notre Dame. Also a power play goal from Joe DeRizio, a shorthanded goal for Zach Mattice, and then a late goal from Carson Zujek finished out the scoring in this game. Final score of Notre Dame wins it again by a final score of 6-3. As Section 5 hockey on Varsity Media Sports Network will be back here for a couple of games this week. Tuesday night, Notre Dame will take on Brockport, and then Thursday night it's Notre Dame hosting Irondequoit. So we're back here for a couple of more games for you here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. We hope you enjoyed the action in today's game here from the Folletti Ice Arena. Again, our final score this afternoon is Notre Dame 6 and Western Finger Lakes 3. I'm Bob Brown. Have a good afternoon, everyone.